You feel distant, misunderstood, like stranger in the same house. You wonder, can this marriage be safe? The answer isn't simple, but the journey to healing is possible. Saving a marriage requires more than effort. It requires emotional honesty, vulnerability, and learning to love each other again in a new way. This is not just advice, it's emotional, real, raw, and filled with hope. If your marriage feels like it's slipping away, this might be the start of your check or comeback story. When we say, I do, we never imagined that our love would fade, that our connections would dwindle, and that our relationship would become a chore. But that's exactly what happens when we stop nurturing our marriages. We get caught up in our daily routines, our careers, and our personal goals. And before we know it, our relationships are on an autopilot. The truth is, marriages need attention, effort, and intentional care. They need us to show up, to listen, and to prioritize our partner's needs. And I know it's not easy, especially when life gets in the way. But if you're watching this video, chances are you're searching for a way to revive your marriage, to bring back the love, the laughter, and the connection you once shared with your partner. Stay and watch to the end because that's enough. So let's get started on this journey together. Let's explore the common challenges that are causing disconnection in your marriage. And let's work together to find solutions that will bring you and your partners closer together. Don't forget to subscribe if this is your first time on Mira TV. In today's busy world, it's easy to get disconnected from our partners. We are juggling work, family, social media, and our own personal goals, leaving little time for meaningful interactions with our spouses. We become like two strangers living in the same house or passing each other by without really seeing each other. Communication breakdowns are another major culprit in marital disconnection. We assume our partners know what we are thinking or feeling, or we get defensive and stop listening to altogether. We start to feel unheard, unseen, and unloved. And before we know it, resentment and anger set in. Another one is financial strife can also put a significant strain in our relationships. We argue about money, about budgeting, about spending, and about saving. We feel like we are on opposite sides of the spectrum, and it seems like we'll never find common ground. Raising kids can be another source of tension in our marriages. We disagree on parenting styles, disciplines, and boundaries. We feel like we are failing as parents, and that's our partners is not supporting us. We start to feel like we are stuck, like we are drowning in our own problems. We feel like we are walking on eggshells around each other, tiptoeing around sensitive topics and avoiding conversations that may lead to conflict. But here's the thing, we are not alone. Every couple faces these challenges at some point in their relationship. And it's not until we hit rock bottom until we feel like we are at a breaking point that we realize we need to make a change. For some of us, that pivotal moment comes from when we are faced with the possibility of losing our partners. We are hit with the harsh reality that our relationship might not survive if we don't take immediate action. Maybe that's where you are right now, feeling lost, feeling broken, feeling like you are on a brink of collapse. Maybe you're searching for a glimmer of hope, a ray of light in the darkness that says, hey, it's not too late. you can turn this around. I want you to know that you are not alone. I've been in your shoes. I felt that desperation, the fear, and the uncertainty that comes with a dying relationship. But I've also experienced the power of transformation, the power of taking action and making a commitment to change. My own marriage was on the rocks just a few years back. We were on the verge of divorce, and it seemed like there was no way out. But we made the choice to fight for our relationship, to put in the effort and the hard work required to turn things around. And that's exactly what we did. In just 1 week, we went from feeling disconnected and resentful to feeling seen, heard, and loved. We learned to communicate effectively, to listen without judgment, and to prioritize each other's needs. We learned to laugh together, to cry together, and to support each other through thick and thin. So, I want to share with you the practical tips and strategies that help us survive our marriage. I want to give you the tools you need to start rebuilding your relationship, to start communicating effectively, and to start feeling connected again. The first step is to start small. Don't try to tackle everything at once. Start with one area, one conversation, one issue that's been weighing you down. Take it one step at a time and be intentional about making progress. The second step is to prioritize quality time with your partner. Put away your phones, turn off the TV, and make eye contact. Start conversations that matter, conversations that dig deep into your heart and souls. The third step is to practice empathy and understanding. Learn to listen without judgment, to put yourself in your partner's shoes and to see things from their perspective. The fourth step is to take ownership of your actions and your emotions. Stop blaming your partner and start taking responsibility for your own mistakes. Learn to apologize, to forgive, and to move forward. The fifth step is to cultivate gratitude and appreciation. Start a gratitude journal, write love notes, and surprise each other with small gestures of love. Remember, reviving your marriage takes time, effort, commitments. It takes you to show up, to be present, and to be willing to grow and learn together. So, as we wrap up this video, I wanted to leave you with a challenge. I want to challenge you to take the first step today, to start building your relationship, to start communicating effectively, and to start feeling connected again. Don't wait any longer. Don't hesitate and don't give up. You and your partners are worth it. Your partner is worth it. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to share your experiences in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe if this is your first time here. Let's build a community of couples who are committed to reviving their marriages and building stronger relationships. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on new videos and relationship tips. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Today I'm diving deep into the minds of women to uncover the top things they wish men knew about them. Let's see if I can get this right. When it comes to relationships, Women's perspective and experiences are often overlooked or understood or misunderstood. But the truth is, understanding this perspective is crucial for building strong, healthy, and fulfilling connections. It's time to listen up, guys, and try to get it right. Many of us have been guilty of making assumptions or judgments about women without truly taking the time to understand where they are coming from. But let me tell you, it's not about making excuses or casting blame, it's about acknowledging the complexities of women's experiences and emotions. By doing so, we can work towards creating a more empathetic and supportive environment that benefits both parties. So buckle up, because today we are diving into the minds of women to uncover the secret they wish men knew. Welcome to Mira TV, and this is your first time to come, please subscribe. One major misunderstanding is that women are always playing hard to get or being overly dramatic. But in reality, many women struggle with feelings of vulnerability and intimacy. They may take time to open up or show affection because they've been hurt before or fear of rejection. Another challenge is women face is pressure to conform to societal beauty standards. They are constantly bombarded with unrealistic expectations of beauty. It's exhausting. It's time for us to recognize that beauty comes in all shapes and sizes, and that every woman is unique and beautiful in her own way. Women are also often expected to be superwoman, managing work, family, and relationships simultaneously. But let's be real, guys, they are human too, and they need our support and understanding. By acknowledging their struggles and imperfections, we can work together to create a more balanced and harmoniously dynamic. Furthermore, many women feel like they are walking on eggshells around us, never knowing when we'll get defensive or upset. But newsflash, guys, women are not here to mother us or coddle our egos. They want us to take responsibilities for our emotions and actions. In addition, women often feel like they are in a constant state of negotiation, trying to find a balance between their own needs and desires and ours. But it's time for us to listen to their needs and prioritize their feelings. Women also wish we would take their concerns seriously rather than dismissing them as overreacting or being too sensitive. They want us to understand that their emotions are valid and deserving of respect. And let's not forget the pressure to conform to traditional gender roles. Women are often expected to be nurturing and caregiving, while men are expected to be strong and stoic. But what about when women want to take charge or be the strong ones? Can we please give them the space to do so? Moreover, women wish we would communicate more openly and honestly about our feelings and desire. They are tired of playing games or reading between the lines. They want us to be direct and authentic. In many cases, women feel like they are shouldering the emotional labor of the relationship, always being the ones to initiate conversations or resolve conflict. But it's time for us to step up and take on some of that emotional labor ourselves. Women also want us to understand that their emotions are not a weakness, but a strength. They want us to respect their vulnerability and intimacy rather than trying to fix everything or offer unsolicited advice. Additionally, women wish we could take an active interest in their hobbies and passion rather than just tolerating them. They want us to be supportive and encouraging and to celebrate their successes. In some cases, women feel like they are in a state of constant competition with other women, whether it's in the workplace or in social media. But can we please just support and uplift each other rather than tearing each other down? What happened to women supporting women? Women always want us, and men supporting women. Women always want us to understand that their bodies are their own and that they should be able to make choices about their own health and wellness without judgment or criticism. They want us to respect their own autonomy and agency. Furthermore, women wish we could or would be more patient and understanding when they are going through PMS or other hormonal changes. They are not crazy or irrational. They are just dealing with some serious physical and emotional changes. In many cases, women feel like they are stuck in a state of perpetual giving, always putting others' needs before their own. But can we please give them the space to receive and take care of themselves too? And let's not forget the pressure to be perfect. Women often feel like they need to have it all together all the time. But can we please just let them be human and make mistakes sometimes? One woman shared with me that she wishes men knew that sometimes she just needs someone to listen to her without offering solutions or advice. She just wants to be heard and validated. Another woman confessed that she wishes men knew that she's not always confident or self-assured, despite appearances to the contrary. She wants us to see her vulnerability and imperfections. A powerful insight that I've learned is that women often feel like they are living in a state of hypervigilance, always on the lookout for potential threats or danger. But what if we could create a safe space for them to relax and be themselves? By understanding this secret, we can create a more empathetic and supportive environment that benefits both parties. So the next time you're in a relationship, remember that your partner is not a puzzle to be solved, but a human being deserving of respect, empathy, and understanding. In conclusion, today we've uncovered some of the top things women wish men knew about them, from emotional intelligence to communication styles. We've explored the complexities of women's experiences and emotions. Remember, empathy and understanding are key to fostering better relationships. So take that time to listen to your partner, to validate their feelings, and to support their needs and desires. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you like this video, be sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more content on relationship advice and beyond. So see you in my next. When we think about love, we often think about romantic relationships, but love is so much more than it. It's a fundamental human need, and understanding our cravings for love is essential for our emotional well-being. We've all experienced it at some point or another. That deep longing for connection, for belonging, for someone to care for us and about us. But have you ever stopped to think about what's driving that craving? It is just a natural part of being human, or it's there something more going on? Welcome to Mira TV, and today we're gonna talk about craving. For me, personally, understanding my own cravings for love has been a journey of self-discovery. I've realized that my need for love isn't just about having someone by my side, but about feeling seen, heard, and understood. It's about feeling like I belong, like I am a part of something bigger than myself. And I think that's true for a lot of us. We crave love because we crave connection, because we crave meaning. So, why is it so important to understand our cravings for love? Well, for one, it can be a major indicator of our emotional health. When we are feeling unloved or unseen, it can lead to feelings of loneliness, anxiety, and depression. And those feelings can be overwhelming, can't they? They can make you feel like we have not got we are not good enough, like we are not worthy of love. Let's talk about loneliness for a minute. Loneliness is something that affects millions of people around the world. And it's not just about being alone. Loneliness is a feeling of disconnection, of isolation. It's when we are surrounded by people but still feel like we are not seen or heard. And it's a feeling that we can incredibly be painful. It can incredibly be painful. Yes. Societal pressures don't help either. We are constantly bombarded with images of happy couples, of perfect families, of people who seem to have it all together. And it's easy to feel like we are not measuring up, like we are not good enough. We start to believe that we need love to be complete, to be whole. And that can be a really damaging mindset because it sets us up for disappointment. Disappointment because no one can ever live up to those expectations. No one can ever be perfect enough, love us enough, or care for us enough to make us feel complete. And that's because completeness comes from within. It comes from learning to love ourselves, to care for ourselves, and to understand our own needs. But of course, that's easier said than done, right? It's hard to break free from those societal pressures, hard to shake off the feelings of loneliness and disconnection. It's hard to learn to love ourselves, especially when we've been taught that love is something that comes from outside of us. One of the most demanding or damaging things about our culture's approach to love is that it teaches us that love is a scarce resource. We are taught that there is only so much love to go around and that we need to find someone who can give it to us. But that's just not true. Love is abundant. It's everywhere. It's in the way we treat ourselves, the way we treat others, and the way we connect with the world around us. Yes. Romantic love is just one form of love, and it's not even the most important one. Platonic love, the love we share with our friends and family, is just as vital. And self-love, well, that's the most important of all. Without self-love, we can't truly love anyone else. We can't truly connect with anyone else because we are not connected to ourselves. I think that's one of the biggest myths about love. That is, need to be romantic. We think that romantic love is the ultimate form of love, but it's not. It's just a piece of the puzzle. And when we put all our eggs in the romantic love basket, we can end up feeling unfulfilled, unhappy, and unloved. For me, self-love has been a game changer. It's not always easy and it's definitely not always comfortable, but it's essential. When I started learning to love myself, things started to shift. I started to feel more confident, more worthy, more connected to myself and others. But of course, it's not just about self love. Platonic love is just as important. Our friends and families can bring so much joy and comfort into our lives, and they deserve our love and care just as much as romantic partners do. And then there's romantic love, which come which can be incredibly fulfilling but also incredibly painful. I think that's one of the biggest challenges of love. Learning to navigate the ups and downs, learning to love ourselves, others, and the world around us, even when it's hard, even when it hurts. Because let's face it, love can be painful, it can be messy, it can be complicated, and it can be downright messy. But it's worth it. Every moment of it is worth it because love is what makes us human. It's what connects us, what heals us, and what brings us joy. So I want to share a story with you. It's a story about a time when I felt completely unloved, unseen, and unheard. I was going through a breakup and I felt like I was losing myself. I felt like I was disappearing, like I was invisible. And it was a really painful, really scary time. But I learned something during that time. I learned that love isn't just about someone else loving us back. It's about us loving ourselves. It's about us choosing to see ourselves, to hear ourselves, to care for ourselves, even when it feels like no one else will. And that's a powerful thing because it means that we are not dependent on others for our happiness. We are not dependent on others for our sense of self-worth. We are not dependent on others for love. So, what can we do to nurture our cravings for love in a healthy way? Well, the first thing is to recognize that love is abundant. It's everywhere. It's in every moment. And it's in every connection we make. The second thing is to focus on self-love. Learn to care for yourself. Learn to listen to yourself and learn to see for yourself. Because when we do that, we start to feel more connected, more worthy, and more loved. The third thing is to cultivate platonic love. Nurture your friendships, nurture your relationships with family, and learn to love those around you. Because when we do that, we start to feel more connected, more supported, and more loved. And finally, be patient with yourself. Love is a journey, not a destination. It's not something we can force. It's not something we can control. It's something that comes from within. And it's something that takes time. In conclusion, love is a fundamental human need. And understanding our cravings for love is essential for our emotional well-being. It's about connection. It's about belonging. And it's about feelings, seen, heard, and understood. So I want to leave you with a question today. Are you craving love right now? Take a moment to reflect on why you might be craving love, what that means for you, and how you can start to nurture that craving in a healthy way. And if you've had an experience with love cravings, I would love to hear about it in the comments below. Share your story, share your struggles, and share your triumph. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more videos on emotional well-being and relationships. Why do some men go above and beyond to ensure their partner's pleasure? Is it purely selfless, or is there something deeper happening psychologically? The truth is, The men who prioritize a woman's pleasure are often more emotionally intelligent, confident, and secure in their masculinity than those who don't. Did you know that? Thanks for reaching to my channel, Mira TV. Betrayal is one of the most painful experiences we can go through in relationships. It's a violation of trust, a sense of security, and a feeling of safety. When someone we care about breaches that trust, it can leave us feeling lost, hurt, and confused. The emotional weight of betrayal can be crushing and is something that can take a long time for us to heal from. When we have been betrayed, it's naturally to feel doubt and fear. We start to wonder if we ever been able to trust again, or if we are just setting ourselves up for more headache. We might question our own judgment, wondering how we could have been so blind to see the signs of betrayal. These feelings can be overwhelming and they can make it hard to know what to do next. The fear of being hurt again can be paralyzing, and it's something that can hold us back from forming new connections with others. We might start to put up walls trying to protect ourselves from getting hurt again, but in doing so, we risk losing out on the opportunity to experience deeper connections and more meaningful relationships. Yes, meaningful relationship. As we struggle to come to terms with what's happened, we might start to wonder if we are just not cut out for relationships. We might think that we are too trusting or that we are just not good at picking partners. But the truth is, betrayal can happen to anyone, regardless of how careful or conscious we are. It's not a reflection of our worth or our ability to form connections with others. The struggle to overcome betrayal is real, and it is something that requires a lot of patience, self-reflection, and courage. It's not something that can be rushed, or is not something that can be fixed overnight. But with time, support, and a willingness to do the hard work, it is possible to learn to trust again. One of the things that's happened or that's helped me in my own journey of overcoming betrayal is hearing the stories of others who have gone through similar experiences. It's a reminder that we are not alone and that others have been able to heal and move forward. One story that's always stuck with me is of a woman who was betrayed by her partner in a particularly painful way. But instead of letting that experience define her, she used it as an opportunity to grow and learn. She started to focus on building her own self-worth, and she began to cultivate deeper connections with others. Through her story, I've learned that it's possible to rebuild trust, not by forgetting what happened, but by choosing to focus on the present. It's not about ignoring the pain of the past, but about recognizing that we have the power to create a different future for ourselves. It's not always easy and it's not always linear, but it is possible. Another important thing to remember is that rebuilding trust is not a one-time event. It's a process. It takes time, effort, and commitment, but it's worth it. When we are able to trust again, it's not just about the other person, it's about us. It's about knowing that we are strong enough to take a risk of being hurt again, and that we are worthy of forming deep connections with others. As we wrap up this video, I want to leave you with a powerful reminder. Trust can be challenging to regain. but it's not impossible. It takes work, patience, and courage, but it's possible to learn to trust again. Remember, you are not alone in this journey, and there are people who care about you and want to support you through this process. If you experience or you have experienced betrayal in your own relationships, I want to hear from you. Share your story in the comments below and let's continue the conversation. And if you're looking for more insight on rebuilding relationship, be sure to check out our next video for more guidance and support. See you in my next video.